Hey guys, I wanted to come on here to talk about something that's been on my heart for a while now. I didn't understand it all before, that's why I didn't want to say anything to anyone yet. But there are probably hundreds of videos touching on this subject, so I guess I'm really just going to piggyback on what they have already said and maybe put in my 2 cents as well. And just to let you know, I'm disabling comments for this video because there are trolls out there who just want to discourage us who are watching. So, this V that they want to put in your body, a lot of Christians are going to say it is not the mark of the beast because the Antichrist is not here yet. Or they will say that the mark is a literal thing like a tattoo or a microchip or what have you. The more I read the book of Revelation, though, the more I'm convinced that what John saw was spiritual and not literal. What do I mean by this? Let's take the four horsemen of the apocalypse. You won't see a white, red, black, and pale horse riding across the earth. John, of course, saw them, but they were spiritual beings bringing judgment across the earth. Same with the trumpets. The first one says, hail and fire mixed with blood being hurled down on the earth, causing a third of the earth to burn up. Again, John did see the hail and fire and blood in the spirit, but we're not going to see it literally. We're not going to see it with our own eyes. What we're going to see, however, is a third of the earth being scorched. Then we will know the first trumpet has sounded. So with that being said, this mark that John saw could possibly have been spiritual as well. He saw a mark on the forehead and on the right hand bearing the name or the number of the beast. So let's take a look at what the Greek for forehead is. The word is metapon. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it is taken from the word meta, M-E-T-A, meaning in the midst of, amid, denoting association, union, being joined to. So I found this article online from Tim Bauer on his LinkedIn account. He says, this all speaks of the one with whom we are joined, who we have fellowship with and are therefore like-minded. The forehead represents the one whose mind we have been given through walking in agreement with. I'll link his article in the description box. Now let's go to the right hand. The Bible mentions the right hand 166 times, so we know there's significance in it. I'm going to give you a few scriptures that mentions the importance of the right hand. The first one is Mark 14, verse 62. And Jesus said, I am, and you will see the Son of Man seated at the right hand of power and coming with the clouds of heaven. Psalms 118 verse 16 says, the right hand of the Lord exalts, the right hand of the Lord does valiantly. And lastly, Leviticus 8 verse 23, and he killed it, and Moses took some of its blood and put it on the lobe of Aaron's right ear, and on the thumb of his right hand, and on the big toe of his right foot. So we can see in these three verses that there's importance to the right hand. It's seen as a place of honor, status, blessing, or of equality to something or someone. So we take the four horsemen, the hail from the first trumpet, and then the mark, and that's just mentioning a few. They're spiritual. They are not literal. The King James translation of Revelation 13 says, in the right hand or in their foreheads. John saw something all right, but it was not a tattoo nor a chip. The technology is there, yes, but please remember that Satan is crafty and deceptive. He will not make He will not make the eternal damnation of the soul so obvious. He will cover it up with something good, like a solution to a pandemic. If if this mark is literal, no one will take it. Even non-Christians won't take it because they will finally figure it out and say, "Hey, that sounds too close to what those Christians have been talking about." Do we really think Satan is that stupid? This is all a deception. No one is going to one day say, "Hey, here's something great we came up with. It's a microchip or a tattoo that will have all your medical history and your bank account so you won't have to worry about losing them or worry about identity theft. It will only work if we put it in your right hand or forehead." Watch people run away once they hear right hand or forehead. I've heard a couple of people say, "Well, it can't be the mark of the beast because the beast hasn't shown up yet." Well, let me tell you, Revelation 13, verses 16 and 17 doesn't happen in one day. I'm going to read you those verses. "And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." That verse does not happen overnight. We're seeing it happen right before our eyes in the last several months already. One country at a time, one business at a time, one soul at a time. A lot of Christians are expecting some kind of announcement or like a worldwide broadcast from this beast telling all the citizens of the world to receive a mark. This is not so, okay? It's a process, a conditioning first. They have to convince you that this is for the greater good. It will first be a suggestion for you to take it, like optional. Then it becomes a strong encouragement to take it. And then it becomes a mandate. You lose your job. Eventually, you cannot buy anything to meet your basic needs. The mark is already here. The beast will strongly enforce it eventually and will take no more excuses. And any medical or religious exemption will no longer be accepted. Either you take it or you die. I'll finish with this. If you have not taken the V, please do not take it. I cannot beg you enough. I have already been accused indirectly of not thinking of my health, others, and my children's. And let me tell you, I felt like the most horrible person. So just pray about it. Ask the Lord for guidance and strength. If you have not yet taken the V, you have a fighting chance. Yes, you will lose everything, but you will also gain everything, if you know what I mean. When you're being pressured to take the V, just pray and stay faithful to Jesus Christ. We are fulfilling Bible prophecy. This is our finest hour. So I'll close with this message, with Jesus' words in Matthew 16, verse 25. "For whoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it."